Hi everyone, this is Joseph from Forest Tech Reviews, aka your favorite Cajun tech reviewer, back with another video. Today's video, yes, I want to give you the first 10 things you should do when you pick up your Galaxy Z Fold8, or some tips and tricks. Y'all can call it whatever you want. I normally do this type of video for every device. Now these are the things that I do. You may do something different, or if I don't show something on here, let us know in the comments. Let's learn from each other. But let's get into it. But, oh man, look at that. Let's open it. It's a baby. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is lower the brightness on this bad boy, because it is bright. So that's the first thing I want to do. Lower the brightness. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so let's get into it. The shocking part is that this has Dolby Atmos, but when you get the phone, it is not turned on, which makes no sense. So how you turn it on, you go into your settings, and then you want to go into sound and vibration, and then what you want to do is sound quality and effects. Now I have it on, as you can tell there, but when you get it, it's off. So you want to make sure you turn it on. You can change, it to auto, movie, music, or voice. I have it on auto, but you can do whatever you want with it. But then you also have an equalizer. You can go in here if you want bass boost. You can change that too. So go into the sound setting and make it your own. Change it around, whatever you want to do there. So that was number one. Plain and simple, but it's shocking that Samsung doesn't have that turned on for whatever reason. Also, some of your apps might not be able to do multi-screen or multitasking at the same time just because they have limitations. So what Samsung does, they give you the ability to go ahead and do that for you. So you want to go into your advanced settings over here, advanced features. You go into labs, and then right there, multi-windows for all apps. If you want to turn it off, you can. I think it's off when you get it, but make sure you turn that on, because that way it gives you the multi-windows for all the apps, and it will force your app to do it. So that's something you want to make sure you get set up for yourself. So that was number two, pretty simple. Number three, you have a taskbar that you can have right here. There's your little taskbar, but what you want to do, you can change that around and make some changes to it. So if you go into your display, you go all the way down here to taskbar. You can turn it off if you wanted to. You can change the style. So if you want to always stay on the screen, you can have it, or auto hide when apps are open. So if I have like Twitter, and then say Facebook, which I'm going to show y'all how to change that too, right? So if I have Twitter open, and then it shows the little taskbar there, bam, you can do different things, open up different apps. Now, like if I want to multitask with Facebook, all I have to do is drag it up here, and now I can have Facebook and Twitter open at the same time using the taskbar. But if you want to turn that off, you can turn it off if you don't want the taskbar, but that's up to you. And then here, it will show up to 4 apps. You want to make sure I have it 4 apps, or you can do 2. But make sure you change that to 4 or 3, whatever you like. Or if you want to turn that off, you can turn it off too. So it's whatever you want to do, but that's how you can change your taskbar. Now, Samsung has this great feature with your battery. If you want to keep your battery lasting longer, I highly recommend you do this too. And then what you want to do is go back into your settings under the battery. It has battery protection. If you want to change it to maximum, you can change it, and what it will do, it will stop charging when it gets to a certain percentage that you pick. So Most of the time I have it on 95%. Right now I was having it on basic because I'm trying to do battery tests and everything else, but when I'm using it and I'm not worried about battery life, I'm gonna do 95%, and that way I don't have to, you know, always break my battery or overcharge it, because charging at 100% will, you know, reduce the lifespan. So that's something you want to definitely take care of and get set up for you. The next one, as you can tell here, this is my home screen on my inner display, and then it is different from the cover display here. And I think when you get the phone, it's the same. So how you can change that is you can hold it down here, you go into the settings here, and then this is your home settings all the way here. So you can go in here, change the different things that you want, and there's a lot of things that you can do in here, but what we're looking for is cover screen mirroring. So I want it to look different. I don't want my cover display and my inner display to look the same. If you do, you can change it on. I mean, you could leave it on, but that's how you change it. It took me a while to find this, and I had to find it because, yeah, I don't like it to be the same, but some people do, so you can go in there. The other thing, if you want to, you can change the size, the apps and everything on here, make them larger, smaller, whatever you want to do. And if you want to show the labels, you can do that. So right now, if you go into the apps, there's no name of the app. So if you know your apps, you don't really need them to have the labels on there. I mean, I know which one's Google, which one's, you know, Google Mail, Photos. But that's up to you on how you want to set that up. And then, like I said, you just get to the home. I don't know, I like it sometimes and then I don't. It makes just for a cleaner display if you don't have like the names on there, gallery, you see Amazon shopping. But that's up to you on how you want to set it up. The next thing is the side button. So when you get your phone, if you hold it down, Google will come up. But for me, I turn it to the power. Also, if you double click on it, normally it will turn on the camera. And now I have my flashlight. So if I'm in the dark and I want the flashlight on pretty quick, I can double press the button and it comes on and off. So how you want to change that is back into the settings again. You go back into advanced features, the side button there. So as you can tell, you can long press. You can have digital assistance or Bixby or the power off menu. So I did that with the power off. And then double press. You can set it up for these apps, or you can go into any app and get it on there. I like the flashlight. You may like the camera. If you have a small kid, that's something quick you can do to get the camera up. But go in there, make it your own. It's pretty simple to do, but most people, when you first get the phone, you try to turn it off, you forget how to turn the phone off. Then the next thing is the always on display. So if I turn my phone, bam, there's the always on display there. Or even here, if I have it, you can see the on. Now it's two different things too. So you can set up your always on display for each, the main display and the cover display. But you want to go into your settings again. You go into lock screen and AOD, and then always on display. If you want to turn it off, you can turn it off. If you don't want the wallpaper on there, you can actually turn the wallpaper off. Some people want the wallpaper, some people don't. Also, make sure you have the show now button on there, show bar. I mean, if you want to set it up for auto, tap the show. I have it scheduled from 7 a.m. to 11:30. Or if you want to do it for new notifications. So go in there, do what you wanted with it, and make it your own too. I mean, you can do a lot of things in there. Then the second thing, or a thing with this, is what you want to do is edit your lock screen. So I'm going to say this is number 8. And you can change your clock. And what I mean by that, if you click on it, you can change the font, you can change the color, you can see how bold it is, and then you can change the color or keep it to what your screen is. And you can change the style, you can show the weather in there, and then when you're done, you just hit I'm done. And then when you lock it, there you go. It shows it on there, has the weather. Pretty simple to do, but that you're making the phone your own, so it's very important to do. All right, so the next thing, so when I swipe down, you can see my notifications and then also the control panel there all comes down at one time. When I got the phone, it was trying to pull an Apple on me where I had to swipe left this way or swipe down from the right. I don't like that. I wish that was turned off automatically, but if you want to do that, you go into Edit, and then you can hit Panel Settings here. If you want to do separate, you can do it separate. So, let's see. If I swipe on this side, you get that. If I swipe to the left, I don't know why. I don't know why people like it that way, but if you do, you can definitely do it. I like it together. And then I also turn on the brightness control to always show and not when showing a quick panel is expanded. So what that means is if I swipe down, I can control the brightness. So if you have it the other way, you have to swipe all the way down to get to the brightness. So just another thing that I like having set up for you. Number 10, a lot of people don't know if Samsung has this or not, but I do love using this. And what it is the device care. So if you want to go in here, you can go in here. Sometimes it will say optimize. You can optimize your phone, but also you can set up your performance profile. Right now I have it on standard. If you want to do light, you can do light. And then if the main thing too, if you want to set it up, I turned it off now for the video, but you can set up an auto restart and maybe do it on a schedule. So maybe every Sunday at like 3 o'clock or even Saturday at 3 o'clock in the morning, your phone will restart. That will help with optimizing your phone. So that's something that you can do and make sure. Now, the other thing here is once in a while you want to run diagnostics on your phone, and you can actually just click on it. And what it does, it will go through all of your phone. So if you hit test all, if I can say continue, and it will go through 20 different things. Now it does take a little bit of time, so I probably will not let it run through this video because the video is pretty long already. So I probably won't, but you want to do that once in a while to make sure that your phone is good to go and that it's still working. So you definitely want to make sure that you have it and have it your phone in good working order. So those were the first 10 things that I would do when I got my phone. Again, if you have something else, let me know in the comments. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you do so for more coverage on the Galaxy Z Fold8. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Forest Reviews. Become part of the BAM Nation. Until next time, peace. I'm out of here. Y'all have a great day.